Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is February the 5th, 2020. Strong hand. Golden age of the 2020s having... Yes, everyone, I am offended by selling. I think you guys are familiar with that by now, aren't you? Yes, I value my wealth in Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is the apex predator, and one Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin. And yes, it's unconfiscatable. Compete, don't complain. Personal responsibility is new counterculture. Of course, don't FOMO on alts. And of course, don't buy something that you get for free. Now, some people, I guess they don't pay attention when I say all those things. I mean all those things. All right, everyone. Hello, my elite friends. Check out all the links below. All right. If you've got questions, I've got answers. I'm also wearing my Satoshi Nakamoto shirt. You can get shirts like this linked to below. Satoshi Nakamoto, Satoshi Nakamoto. You say tomato, I say tomato, etc., etc. Let's start off with this awesome quote from Zach Vole, who's been on the show. Best guest in the freaking space. I bring you on Fridays. He's been on a few times. I love this. 21 million is non-negotiable. And you know what that means. I know what that means. But this reply to this thread says it all. The market will decide. And he goes on to say, the market could try and negotiate opening the cap up with a fork. Unlikely success. Well, dude, I'm glad that Zach is reminding everyone. He said the first thing, 21 million is non-negotiable. He's putting it out there that Bitcoin equals 21 million. But this other dude is like, well, hang on now. Maybe we could try something else by forking off. And this guy doesn't think it's successful. Again, people, this is just a preview of the future. I want you to save all the videos where I'm talking about how in the future there's going to be some 42 million Bitcoin or 63 million Bitcoin crypto dividend of the real Bitcoin. Some prominent person is going to say, we need more Bitcoin, so I'm making the real. It's going to be an unfriendly fork. It'll be the Bcash of the 2020s. And I've said this for a while, but this is a little, whenever I get a little glimpse of it like in this thread, I point it out to you people, save this stuff. And remember not to panic in the future when these people are doing the inflation FUD, saying we need more Bitcoin, we need it to be fair. Don't panic. Don't panic when some prominent person makes up 42 million Bitcoin or 63 million Bitcoin or whatever it is. It isn't. Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. One Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin, and 21 million is non-negotiable. Pound that like button. Remember, you like the Meister energy. I'm going to be at the Bitcoin 2020 conference in San Francisco. The end of March. I think that's March, the last Friday and Saturday in March. It's linked to below. Remember, I'll be at the Tel Aviv Bitcoin halving party on May 21st. May 21st. And something else, March 7th, I found out that Adam Kawanacki, remember that dude? The boxer, the American boxer of Polish descent? I linked to his tweet below. He's still tweeting about Bitcoin. And great for him. He's fighting on March 7th in Brooklyn. And I'm just happy the dude is still tweeting about Bitcoin. And I just want to remind everyone, people haven't been talking about him. Hey, you get insider information here. A lot of people didn't know about Adam in the first place. You found out about him here. Who knows? He could be the heavyweight champion of the world one day. He wins this fight. I guess he'll get a title shot. So keep on talking about Bitcoin, dude. Bring it to the mainstream. And that's his fight is March 7th. We'll be talking about that more as we get closer to March 7th. So I want to calm everybody down. Strong hand, people. Yeah, the winter is going to end. Flu season will end eventually. Stay in motion. Stay healthy, people. One Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin. This is my second video of the freaking day, so I'm not worried about any virus. But apparently a lot of people are. They're trying to FUD. I don't know why. If that's why the fiat price dropped. It probably has something to do with it. But this is what speculators do. They try to scare people. They pile onto the sell train when there's scary news out there. If you're in America, if you're in North America, I'm telling you, I'm nothing to worry about. Come on now. So, hey, we take it one day at a time. We have days that it goes down by 500, up by 500. You know the story. I'm still in motion, man. Second freaking video of the day. Check out the first one. We're going to talk about that in a second. But I wanted to say Federico Tenga, who's in Italy, who's been on the show before, I mentioned this yesterday, but he put into some words that are a better summary than I said yesterday. Probable consequence of the virus, a new excuse for governments to strengthen the war on cash. You know, for your health. We don't want you touching that dirty money where you can get sick. We're not going to have cash anymore. It'll all be digital. It's a good theory there. Will they take it to that level? You never know. You never know. That's why you already have the Bitcoin, okay? The true digital cash that is not, no country controls. So I do want to clear up some of the rumors. And Jeff Ashton says, would you buy BTC now or wait a few days? It's 70 and it was at 580 and I didn't buy it. Like I wanted to buy 10 more. And I was like threading over $10. Do you look how silly that looks now, dude? Look how, if you believe this is changing the world, earth-shattering stuff. What's the difference between $100 now, $500 now, $1,000 now? If you think it's going to be worth a 6-digit realm one day, okay? There's no difference. So you're short-term thinking there, long-term thinking, dude. Okay, so people are still yentaing about the Trace Mayer at the unconfiscatable big conference this weekend, which was a blast. Tone Vase did a great job with the conference. And I just want to clear up something here about Trace Mayer. He wasn't going around handing out flyers, okay? Not when I was there, at least, all right? I was there from Saturday at 8 in the morning, and I left Las Vegas at midnight, a little before midnight. I left the post party at 11 p.m. I saw Trace Mayer plenty of times. I talked to Trace Mayer. He was not going around. People were like, he's going around handing out flyers at a Bitcoin conference. It's so bad. Yeah, it would actually, that would be bad if he was handing out altcoin flyers at a conference he was invited to attend that doesn't like altcoins. That would be bad if he was handing it to newbies and everyone. I did not see a flyer. The first time I saw a flyer is when I woke up on Sunday and someone had tweeted it out there. American Hodl said he was given this flyer promoting MWC by Trace Mayer. And so people are saying that Trace is trying to trick noobs. There weren't noobs at this conference. American Hodl is not a noob, okay? So one other thing I want to point out. When I got to the conference, a Canadian guy who watches this show did come up to me, and he told me that he thought Trace was the entity behind, that he had talked to Trace the night before, and that he thought Trace was the entity behind MWC. I thought that was buying the MWC. Excuse me, buying the MWC. We've talked about this before. Some entity was buying MWC. I still don't know who it was. I think obviously Trace had something to do with all this stuff. Okay, there's no doubt about it now. There's no doubt about it now. If American Hodl is telling the truth, if that flyer that he posted, that flyer that he posted out there was handed to him by Trace, and if Trace was really talking to American Hodl about MWC, yeah, then and promoting it and saying that he should buy or showing him that he had it, then yeah, Trace has something to do with all of this. But when the Canadian guy told me in the morning, I thought it was, I mean, I really could not believe it. I definitely was curious, but it just didn't seem real. So I just want to clear that up for all you that are reading all these people who were not there are spreading all of these rumors. Like he's handing out all these flyers. He's converting noobs to ripping on Bitcoin to noobs. There weren't noobs there. He wasn't handing out. Rocky was there. Also, Surfer Jim was there. Also, Vortex was there. Also, ask some other people. They saw him handing out many. Now, that's the end of the Trace part. Okay. Well, one thing. So also, people are saying that Trace is scamming people. He's scamming people, and that MWC is a scam. How is he scamming people? I want to know this. I want to know how he's scamming people. he's scamming. If he's the entity or one of the entities, part of the entity, I don't know. If he is spending millions of dollars buying up an altcoin that's like on no exchanges, and I've discussed this before. I said it was ridiculous for whoever's doing this to do this. If he's the one throwing his money away, giving it to us, the people who got it for free, okay? We got it for free, and somebody is giving out paying a lot for it. I mean, he's scamming himself if he's doing that. He's scamming himself. He's not tricking. He's not saying he's not making big, huge announcements to buy it or something like that. Maybe he said that to American HODL. I wasn't involved in that conversation. Okay, I'll tell you that. But so by what he's probably done here is buy a bunch of MWC. How is he scamming anyone if he bought MWC? All right, I really want to know that. He's scamming himself. He's scamming himself. It's ridiculous. I mean, we're living in this backward world where people just they want to attack people and lie about people. It's unbelievable. Now, here we got Forrest G says. Hang on. We got Jeff. We read Jeff's. Forrest G says, any crypto dividends coming up that you would like us to look out for, dude? I don't know any now. I'm saying that the MWC they still have some to give out that they were supposed to give out originally. Put pressure on them to do it. But I don't know. If I know about crypto dividends, this is your home of where you find out about how to get free crypto dividends that you turned into Bitcoin. And so I come here. I don't know of any now, but I'd love someone do it. Create, compete, don't complain. And don't destroy. If you like altcoins, make your darn altcoin and give it to us for free, and we will turn it into Bitcoin. And if entities or Trace want to buy it and scam themselves, then okay, I mean, whatever. Pound that like button. And so another thing that's out there, some people are saying I did things and said things that I've never said, lying about me, totally lying about me. Everyone familiar with these. So I made it. Everyone familiar with my videos. I was kind of joking it at the beginning, you don't FOMO on altcoins. You don't buy something you get for free. 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Bitcoin. Turn your crypto dividends into Bitcoin. It's ridiculous for anyone to buy these crypto dividends. I mean, you can watch so many of my old videos, but I made it easy for the slow people out there. But some people are maybe they have bad listening comprehension. I don't know. So I took a clip from a recent video where I say, I discuss MWC and I tell people not to buy it. And I think it's ridiculous what's going on. That's the first video of the day. That is linked to below. I made it really easy for the people on Twitter to see it. It's pinned to my profile at TechBalt, TechBalt. It's there. It's part of my Road to $1 Trillion Bitcoin series. All right. So you learn that this road to a $1 trillion Bitcoin market cap, there's crazy stuff that happens along the way. People say I say things that I don't say. They don't understand what it means when I say, don't buy something that you get for free. People can't grasp that concept. I'm very, very confused. But you won't be confused if you watch the video. It's linked below, and I pinned it at TechBalt. Follow me on Twitter at TechBalt, TechBalt, and it's linked to below. And I linked to another video from February 3rd, 2020, where I am just going off saying how insane it is for an entity to be buying all this MWC that we got for free. All right. So you can watch that too. It's linked below if you need a reminder. I think most of you who have listening comprehension and most of you who watch my videos don't need that reminder. You really can understand the obvious, that I value my wealth in Bitcoin. I want people to get Bitcoin anyway. If they're going to be given a free altcoin, you don't buy it. This is given to you. You take it for free. They gave it to you and you turn it into Bitcoin. I mean, how many times do I have to really say it? For a lot of people, for many people, I have to say it. They'll never understand that concept. It's unfortunate, but it's all linked to below. So yeah, some people out there have this sick desire to have a Bitcoin inquisition, okay? And I am not going to be part of a Bitcoin inquisition where we go picking on people, seeing how pure they are, getting into just drama on Twitter, saying they're horrible now, they're the devil now, they should be tortured, like the Inquisition, we should question every little thing they've ever done. I'm not part of it, but it seems like we're getting into a Bitcoin Inquisition here in social media land. We'll get into that in a second, though. JustLearnBitcoin.com says, Bitcoin Meister, some people listen and some people hear. To listen, one must really pay attention. Yeah, I agree with that, but I'm bringing really simple concepts there. I mean, you got to admit, Just Learn Bitcoin. I mean, your first language is not even English. You could probably be like cooking, not really paying attention to me and hear what I just said and understand what I said. I mean, it's, I just don't get some people. But again, some people want drama. They want to have a Bitcoin Inquisition. They want to ripple. I mean, it's kind of sickening. Hey, by the way, link to below. This week in Bitcoin Tina was on, Boris was on, and UK Bitcoin Master was on because of the fun weekend that we had, all the cool videos that I brought you that shook the world. People haven't, they're not talking about this. This week in Bitcoin was great. People love Bitcoin Tina. So, and Boris and UK Bitcoin Master. So check that out. It's linked to below, and you can watch all over. I have over 1,600 videos at disruptmeister.com. And we're going to have This Week in Bitcoin this Friday. I don't know what time yet. Oh, wow. I haven't eaten yet tonight. That's all right. You know, it's all part of the thing. Adam does his at least 22-hour fast. This one will be over 23 hours probably or something like that. But whatever. I only have one little more workout to do, then take my cold shower, then eat. And you can find out about that kind of thing on Saturday's show, Beyond Bitcoin. Okay, so MoneyGram and Ripple. Ripple does the pay to play. The Ripple fans love to say, well, MoneyGram is using Ripple. Well, apparently Ripple paid MoneyGram to use them, which is, let me pay. Okay, here we go. Ripple has paid, and Ripple's a company. According to MoneyGram's 8K filing, Ripple have paid them $11.3 million over the last 2 quarters to use the software and their cryptocurrency XRP. This is in addition to the $50 million they invested in MoneyGram. And Udi really puts it in perspective. I like what Udi has to say about this. Whenever an enterprise announces a blockchain pilot, rest assured a transaction occurred when value was transferred from blockchain solution provider to said enterprise to compensate the enterprise's trouble. This is true 100% of the time. No exceptions. No one actually wants this crap, let alone pay for it. So Ripple has a solution. The only way MoneyGram is going to use this solution if they are bribed to use it, is what he's saying. And this is how it's always going to be. If some private blockchain enterprise says, hey, we come up with this awesome solution for you, please pay us to use it. They're not going to pay you to use it. You're going to have to pay them to use it in this space. Oh, man. So Bitcoin the Moon said, Bitcoin Meister is in motion. Like button pounded. Thank you. Yes, I am in wild motion. Keeping it real here. Be a unique beast, baby. Be an original. Don't worry about the Bitcoin Inquisition. You are above the Bitcoin Inquisition. If you hold your Bitcoin, no one can stop you. No one can cancel you. And capital controls use case in Lebanon. It's from Al Jazeera, has this article. And it's weird coming from Al Jazeera. They can be biased on a lot of things. Trust me about that one. But hey, word is spreading. And there are a lot of people out there who say, what can you use Bitcoin for? And one of the first things I say is, I mean, if you're in right now, you put your wealth in the Bitcoin, you can get it out of these countries that have capital controls. Distrust and this has been true for so long. I was talking about this in 2016 when I went to Zimbabwe. I bet there's still haters out there like, well, what's it good for? It's good for this. Discussed in Lebanese banks spurs Bitcoin boom. More Lebanese are embracing the notoriously volatile cryptocurrency as the country's economy flounders. So yeah, there's capital controls on banks in Lebanon. This craziness in Lebanon has been going on since I was in Australia back in October when I was hanging out with Lebanese Australian, the great Hass McCook. And it just coincidentally started that day. But good. Read the Al Jazeera version because, I'm sure a lot of you don't agree with what Al Jazeera says all the time. But hey, even they are revealing what's going on in Lebanon there. And for those of you who were not at the Long Beach event, my full talk there is linked to below. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Gaston. Thank you, everyone that was there. It was a blast. And now you guys can see it. It's linked to below. It's also, if you go to Disrupt Meister, it's part of the videos that are listed there, the 1,600 videos that I've been a part of over time. Now, let's see. Okay, we already said to check out. Okay, so what is the Bitcoin Inquisition here? What's that all about? What's this new term? I think it's a new term here that I made up earlier today. And social media, Twitter especially, is the Grand Inquisitor. And outside of our bubble here in social media Bitcoin land, thankfully, people don't know about everything that goes on. You know, the Bitcoin Inquisition that some people want to pull off. And hey, this is where the big boys play. So if people want to be Bitcoin inquisitors and say, oh no, you're not a full Bitcoiner because you mentioned this, or you said this word, or you talked to this person. Yeah, like if you're some random dude buying Bitcoin at Coinbase, or you're some big institutional investor, you don't know about the Bitcoin Inquisition. And that's good. That's a good thing. So back in the days of the Inquisition in Spain, if your neighbor smelled that you were cooking beef instead of pork, they would report you. Okay. Oh, he's obviously not a Christian. He's what I am, and he must be tortured. Now we must find out if he believes. Does he truly believe in Christianity? Does he truly? We must torture him because he wasn't eating a pig. You see, this is logic on our part. So we will torture him, and we will kill him, destroy him. And that's, you know, kind of what's going on for some people in social media land here. If you did something that's against what they believe is a true Bitcoiner, time to get tested, time to get the Grand Inquisitor up, get canceled or whatever it is. And yeah, and it's silly as rumors that you didn't eat pork. Some of this stuff that's going around that people are get triggered from. That wallet, the ballet wallet. How could you talk about the ballet wallet? By the way, at Unconfiscatable, he was there. Mr. Ballet Wallet was there. Mr. Bobby Lee was there. Did people melt and explode? Did the Unconfiscatable conference all of a sudden become an altcoin conference? No, it didn't. No. But so I want people. When you get involved in the Bitcoin Inquisition, it's really easy to just pile on when someone starts a Bitcoin Inquisition on Twitter. Okay, really easy. That people lie, people like exaggerate certain things. So use your brain instead of getting emotional about the situation. Okay, and just consider the thoughts that I have said before. Think about these things. Does this make me a candidate to be for the Grand Inquisitor to be tortured in the Inquisition? I have said before, I would rather have Ethereum than gold or dollars. Okay. And I've explained why. Because you could do gold, you just can't turn into Bitcoin quick. Dollars, you got to go KYC or whatever. Ethereum is definitely can do more than gold can in turn. Definitely can do more than dollars can. And of course, if you gave me Ethereum, if you gave me any altcoin, I could turn into Bitcoin in 1 second. That's the glory of the system, this golden age that we're entering. But some people, if they misquote me on that or something, they're going to, Adam's over. He said something good about it. He said something about Ethereum. Time for the Inquisition. Kill him. You know that. So, but you have to actually pay attention. Just like I was saying before, you pay attention to the words I say and think about it. Like, wait a second, what's wrong with that? Is that a bad thing? Isn't he just thinking outside the box there? Is he sinning? And for all of you, if a Bitcoiner says anything about an altcoin, or if he touches an altcoin, and then that's it, it's time for an Inquisition. He's not a true Bitcoiner at that point. Time to torture him. Think about the future here. And I've said this before, and don't get emotional about this, but we could have 90% Bitcoin dominance. Okay, for all you people who care about market cap. Bitcoin could be it could be worth, and this would be great. Okay, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but the market cap for Bitcoin could be worth $9 trillion, And that means the market cap for the altcoins would be $1 trillion. All right. Everyone would be a winner there. So many people think this is a zero-sum game. So many people think the altcoins are going to go away. And if you don't say the altcoins are going to go away, that you're some trader. But think logically there. Do the math that I just gave you out there. Right now, the whole cryptocurrency market is, what is it? I mean, it's 100, I don't know, it's less than 200 billion, right? The whole cryptocurrency market. So if altcoins alone could be $1 trillion market cap, all sorts of altcoins could thrive there. Do you have to like play around with them? Do you have to? No, you don't. Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. But there can be, Bitcoin is the winner. It's the winner, but it's not a winner take all here, okay? There are going to be other little winners out there, okay? Am I going to gamble and worry about them? No, not at all. Should people innovate over there? Is it a sin to innovate over there and to give out your innovation to us, the greatest holders of all time, and to encourage more Bitcoin people to hold? There's nothing wrong with that at all. And you shouldn't get triggered by it. You shouldn't join the Bitcoin inquisition because of it. And there are a lot of dudes out there on Twitter who jump into these Bitcoin inquisition. And when they do this stuff, I don't pay attention to that stuff. And you know what? I still follow them. Just because they're saying stuff that I think is ludicrous and emotional and hateful doesn't mean I'm going to stop paying attention to the smart stuff they say, okay? Because as I said, there are many people that I read their Twitter accounts and I treat them like blogs, okay? I treat them like blogs. Sometimes they say things that I totally disagree with, but I've learned a lot from some of those people that believe in this strict Bitcoin orthodoxy. You get sent to the Inquisitor if you say anything wrong, okay? I say, be productive people, be positive people. Don't join these Bitcoin's inquisitions, but I'm just pointing it out there. And I'm just giving you examples of things that I'm saying that could be misinterpreted totally. But if you just don't get emotional, you don't get your fire and your pitchfork and your brimstone and your whatever, and you just think about it for a second, wait a second, he's not saying anything that bad, is he? He's still, no, one Bitcoin equals Bitcoin. He's still sticking with his base core beliefs. Make a new video every day, buy Bitcoin, hold the Bitcoin as long as possible, collect the crypto dividends, turn them into Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. All right, so here is a tweet. And wait, we got Roman Q said, do you think this is the start of a battle over privacy? I said that on yesterday's show, Roman Q. That was what I said on yesterday's show. That was the exact thing. I think this is the privacy battle is starting. It clearly is. People have a lot of different takes on what privacy means to them. Okay, so check out yesterday's show. I said that yesterday. It says Tone Vase is in the chat. No, he's not. Tone Vase isn't here. I'm sure he's still. No, you just made me look, dude. Were you trolling me there? No, he's still probably really busy, cleaning up in Las Vegas. Oh, there, Tone Vase is there. Hey, Meister, thanks for coming on Unconfiscated. Tone, thank you very much. Sorry I didn't see you there in the chat, man. You got it. It's great to see Tone here, man. It is great to see Tone there. Tone, did you see? Did you see Trace handing out flyers there? I mean, Tone was so stressed at the beginning on Saturday morning. My God, but I mean, he's putting on a big show. He's putting on a huge show there. It was a really good time, and there was all yeah. And again, Tone says he heard the next day that something happened. All right, so great to see you here, Tone, and you will be back on the show soon enough. And keep doing keep being real out there, man. All right. And Roman Q says, I wouldn't troll you, Adam. Thank you for not trolling me, Roman Q. All right. So let's finally, what do we have here? Now is this finally vaporware. So this is from Block Native. Since the dawn of time, we have seen 3.1 billion blockchain transactions. 37% of those 1.1 billion happened in 2019 alone. Okay, so obviously a lot of them were Ethereum ones, and some were probably nonsense. But a lot of people say this whole cryptocurrency thing, Bitcoin, it's just vaporware. It's just no one's doing anything. Those were real transactions. They had financial value, 3.1 billion. over 10, 11 years, and 37% of them just happened in 2019. So it's growing. It isn't vaporware. It isn't fake. There's real value behind all of this. And some of the altcoin stuff is obviously nonsense. Some of it was just trading altcoins, sending them back and forth, whatever. Ethereum hacks, who knows? But yeah, it's not vaporware, people. And this tweet links to an article that talks about Ethereum or something like that. So I didn't even read the whole thing. I was just inspired by that huge number there. So for your buddies out there, like it's fake, it's vaporware, just say that. 3.1 billion blockchain transactions, and I don't like the term blockchain, but and again, a lot of it was Bitcoin. There's a whole graph there. I didn't get the specific numbers. It's real, dude. Pound that like button. Bang that bell button. Thanks a lot, dudes. I am Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. Check out the links below. I will say hi to everybody in the chat right now. And again, check out the earlier show from today. I'm in motion. You'll get a new one tomorrow. New show every day. That is part of the system. See ya. Bye-bye.